Rather than say ripping off, I think we'll say inspired by.
Oh yeah, maybe inspired by elevating.
Hey folks, Ben from Smoke and Hot Confessions here, day one at Fat Drip in the Barossa Valley. With me right now, I've got David from Liquor Smoke Barbecue. Man, how are you?
Yeah, good man. Yourself?
Good, mate, good. I haven't seen you since, I think, February at Up in Smoke.
Yeah, it's been a pretty wild ride for us. Our first year on ABA comp, so 12-month anniversary in Fat Drip last year, and come back to have a crack this year.
Mate, happy barbecue anniversary. You're actually the second team I've spoken to this morning who's celebrating a barbecue anniversary this weekend.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, I did misspeak before. I said I haven't seen you since Up in Smoke, but I did see you at Meat as well.
Yeah, no, we had a go at Meat Week. We finished 5th overall, had a good weekend. So, onwards and upwards. Looking forward to it. Beautiful.
So, how many comps have you done between when you premiered at this event last year and now?
So we've done 5, I think. So we did Meat Stock, Masters of Q, Up in Smoke, Meat Stock Sydney, and Horsham.
So in 12 months, you've done 5 comps.
Yeah.
And you're currently number 8 on the national leaderboard.
Yeah. First year in, we GC'd at Fireside early in the year, and we finished 3rd at Up in Smoke at our second ABA comp. So it's been a wild ride.
Mate, that is phenomenal. What do you put that sort of success down to?
Oh, just practice and, keeping flavour profiles consistent and not changing too much between comps. Like we kind of found if you change too much, judges' feedback can be a little bit hit and miss, but you've got to try and be consistent across the categories. So, yeah.
Fantastic. So this weekend now, there's an SCA and an ABA competition. Are you guys doing both?
Yeah, we drove over from Melbourne yesterday, so, long drive. So we got here by, I think Carl got us up at 4 a.m. Got here by 2, and then we drove back to Adelaide, and then we were supposed to meet up with some people, but they bailed. So we drove down another 50 minutes to catch up with the boys from Suck Knuckle, and then back to Adelaide, sleep, and then up here this morning, and then into SCA and ABA today. So, yeah, it should be fun.
Really cool. So what sort of approach are you taking to SCA? Are you going, because we're in the Barossa Valley, it's quite a fancy sort of part of the country. Are you bringing complex flavour profiles? Are you changing much up for this weekend?
Yeah, we're running a whole new steak profile. We haven't done steak in a while.
A whole new profile?
Yeah, we've mixed up our own rub. I run it a couple of times at home. We kind of like it, so we'll give that a crack. And then the auxiliary categories we're going sort of Asian style for the appetizer and kind of ripping off a favourite cafe dish that we eat locally. So it should be good. So.
Rather than say ripping off, I think we'll say inspired by.
Oh yeah, maybe inspired by elevating. We got a black sesame ice cream in there, so yeah,
really,
yeah. So it should be good. So the Waco's travelled over from Melbourne. We borrowed that from Jimmy Brisket. He's been good enough to lend it to us, so our ice cream stayed nice and set. So it should be good.
So something like a black sesame ice cream, is that something you mix up by hand yourself?
I've got an ice cream maker at home, and I had to go and find black sesame paste, and that kind of went around 3 or 4 different Asian stores. And finally found some already milled up, ready to go. And then we did a couple of practice runs to get the right consistency in the ice cream, make sure it's not too icy. And we're pretty happy with what we'll dish up today. So,
mate, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, make sure you swing fast. We've got plenties.
Absolutely, I will be. Don't worry about that. So for the SCA, for the grill, what grill do you use for SCA?
Oh, we keep it pretty basic. We've got a GA and we run grill grates pretty much like everyone else, where we don't reverse sear, we go direct. It should be good. So,
and what fuel do you use for that?
We're sponsored by Firebrand, so we use Firebrand Lump, and then for comp we run the Robo-Turds, or I shouldn't really call them that, but the Briketts from Firebrand. We sort of run the jack, and it runs 3 kilos for about 10 hours. So
really
nice and efficient. Once it's dialed in, it's sort of set and forget, and away it goes. So it's good. It's good.
Now, I'm glad that you did mention the jack, because I saw a post on Facebook you put up about how you completely stripped it down and cleaned it up. Mate, this thing looks brand new. Can you tell us how you restored it? Yeah, so
long weekend in Melbourne, obviously AFL Grand Final. We get a day off on a Friday for a football parade, which I find quite amusing. So we got out the wet dry sandpaper, gave it a sand down, had a few little sort of surface rust spots where it had worn through from all the travel. So got to wet and dry down, and then a bit of steel wool, rubbed it right back, and then under a little bit of under primer, and then top coat, all with spray cans. But she's come up pretty good. So
You did all that with spray cans.
Yeah. There's a brand at Bunnings sell called Scandia. It's made for potbelly stoves. It's a metallic metal black, and it gets real good coverage. So we're happy with it.
It's a real even job, and it looks thick. Like it looks like it's been machine painted.
Yeah, no, I had 4 coats and sort of a light rub after the first 2, and then did the top 2 final ones. So it took sort of 3 days to get it done, and then we gave it an internal clean as well. So it's probably never been as clean an inside as since we had it. So it is spotless. You can run your hand over the grill and not get dirty. So
wow,
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for telling me how you restored your monkey, and best of luck with it.
Thanks, mate.